Welcome to Warp Zone. My name is Alize.
And my name is Jackie. Thanks for joining us today. And guess what? Celebrity got 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants and 3 AR-15 rifles at their home. Stay tuned and you will find out. Did I shock you with, with the intro?
Yeah, you said you didn't have anything like any fun facts, and then you still hit me with fun facts.
I will tell you more in a bit.
As Jackie says, we're gonna be talking about some crazy stuff today, and we have some gaming news and some gossip and all kinds of the usual weekly stuff.
So, what we gotta talk about this week is culture. Yeah, so we gonna talk about like South Africa culture and where I'm come from, Hong Kong culture, and we will tell you some fun fact for that. Speaking of tradition, what I don't get used to is during the Christmas. I don't get used to warm weather during Christmas season in South Africa.
Oh, yeah, I love it, man. I don't want that snow. I hate the cold.
Really?
I hate it.
Don't you think it doesn't make sense because we talk? I don't know how South Africa is, but how I grew up is you heard about Santa coming off from the chimney and you prepare cocoa for the Santa because it's cold and he's from the North Pole and stuff like that. So it's more like a winter themes and vibe, right? But South Africa is summer, so how do you guys get used to having heard all this winter story about Santa and then you live in the summer season?
I mean, you imagine Santa's magical. So his coat and the reindeer and the sled, they just land wherever and he makes chimneys and he doesn't get hot, he doesn't get cold. He's winter, he's magic. He's like Jesus or something.
What? So they have a coach with air conditioning.
Oh man, the guy, or maybe he takes it off when he gets here, but like it just lands like any house that doesn't have a chimney or they're not snowing that year. You don't think Santa's not gonna come. Like you imagine Santa's gonna make his fucking way. This is one job.
Have you ever waited for Santa when you were young?
Yeah, man.
You did?
Okay, this might make me cry. So my grand's house is a double story, right? And when I was a kid, like there was a Christmas party downstairs, and everyone was, all the kids were there, all the adults. And my grand went and she dressed up as Santa, and then she came to the balcony and she started throwing down the presents from the roof. So and then all the kids we went to go run in and look for Santa, and that was really cool what she did.
Wow. Every year.
Not every year, but I mean when we were small, yeah. She would make it, special, make it. I don't know. Like that really made me think, shit, there is a Santa. Who the fuck's on the on the how they're throwing down presents? What?
That's awesome though. So what other tradition you have in South Africa besides Christmas and festival?
So South Africa is like a rainbow nation, there's lots of cultures and traditions, and some things are just like universal South African. So you got like brides and car guards, and
My God, you got prize a lot.
we do bride, we have taxis, well, our specific brand of taxis and quantums, and our speech is funny. We're like now.
Taxi in South Africa is different than the taxi we have in Hong Kong and US or Canada.
Yes, I can see that from the movies clearly. I mean, we have those meter cabs, but they're like pretty fucking expensive. Those meters go up, dog. Yeah.
Another thing about South Africa culture is I think car guard is very South African.
Oh yeah, car guards, aren't they great?
Yeah, it is great, but the thing is I never seen car guard until I moved to South Africa. You should tell people what car guard is.
How else can I explain it? They are people that's there in the parking lot. They usually like work for the property managers of the malls or shopping centers, or maybe they don't even, and they're just guys with jackets, depending on where you are.
Mm.
But yeah, they just watch a car.
Yeah, exactly. So, for example, if you come out from a grocery store with the cart, right, and those car guy will help you push your car to your car, and then they will unload the grocery for you, put it in the car and stuff like that. And when you back up from the car, they will stand behind the car and, give you signals you're safe to come out and stuff, right?
Yeah. That's the boring part.
That's the boring part. That's a fantastic part. That's the best part, actually.
That's the part I don't even want. I can see how to pull out.
Well, but sometimes you cannot see, what if there's a cars coming, right? Like if you have cars standing beside both sides of your cars, you cannot see the sides outside, right? So those car guys will signal you, it's safe to come out and, do your thing.
That's if they're really paying attention. Sometimes they're just saying, come, come, come.
And then there's a car actually coming.
It varies, definitely, but a good car guard's cool.
So you know me for this long, right? What do you notice Chinese people culture?
Well, my gran was Chinese, not that she was very like culturally Chinese.
Okay, so what do you notice from her?
She was short. No, she was. She was very tiny. It was adorable. I don't know. I like the food. The idea of being South African is that you absorb everyone's culture. At least, especially if you're mixed, if you're colored. There's just so many things that you take from other people. You take samosas, you take Chinese food, you take tacos, you take whatever you see on TV. It just becomes a norm in South Africa. We have tuk-tuks, we have cricket, we have like we've loved cricket for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
We're huge. We are rugby. We are rugby. We need to get up in there basketball, but I promise you, we got skills in every sport. We've got all kinds of crazy things. We've watched everything the West does, everything the East does. We notice everything Europe does. We're like, cool, we can do that too.
What about ice hockey?
Ice hockey, okay, we have field hockey. I think that we do have ice hockey, but it's not that big yet. But we have field hockey, which is very big. I played field hockey in primary school.
Oh, because they force you to do that.
It is a fucking rough sport, dude. I've never walked off the field without an injury.
Extra activity in Chinese culture are kind of like force you to do it. Like parents, especially, they force their kid to do extra curriculums or extra after school activity in Hong Kong. So, for example, George went to Taiwan to teach, right? And he taught after school language program. So what happened is the kid, after they get off from their normal school, they still need to go for a language school or some whatever tutor or language program they need to go after that. So basically, the whole day they still need to go to school. Isn't that crazy?
Aww.
Chinese culture is forcing you to study. Even though, what I surprised is during summer holiday in Hong Kong, the schools still give you like a book, kind of thick actually, of homework you need to do. So during the summer holiday, they give you get like, I think it's only a month for summer holiday, and you need to finish this thick phone book of school work. You need to carry home and then do everything and then bring it back when you come back to school for the next semester. The thing is, no kids want to do that, right? So what happened is some of us go to a bookstore to buy the same book with an answer and copy everything
Oh,
to the
smart
book.
kid, smart kid.
Or you can go to school and ask someone who fill up their book and try to copy everything to your book as well. But until I moved to Canada, I realized, oh my god, they don't give you homework. I mean, you can still take summer school if you want, but summer school mostly for kids that didn't get enough what do you call marks or curriculums. Then they go to school during summertime for a month or something.
Oh yeah, I see that on movies. Those are the troubled kids.
Well, I also took summer school actually.
You see? You see?
Well, if you look at it, right, like for a normal semester, it's like, I don't know, 4 months or something, but you can shorten 1 month for a semester for a class that you can just take the credit. It's a bargain. And Chinese people like to bargain.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not kidding you. In Hong Kong, we have a street called Ladies Market. So basically, it's 3, 4 blocks of street. It's like full of stores. They sell junk, like for example, like Lucky Cats or toys or some clothing, like putting on the street, and you can just buy it. What it's famous for is you go to that street, you always negotiate the price. So even though it's cheap already, you still negotiate the price. For example, if you see a ring kind of accessories, you go there and say, how much is it? $10. And you say, okay, I give you 5.
Wow.
And they say no. And they just keep talking and they will lower the price for you. I saw a lot of foreigners also do that because it's a culture. And I think all the staff there also know this. So, everyone do that. It's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's good.
I do a Google search of what kind of habit people in Hong Kong have.
Oh yeah?
You want to hear some of them?
Let me hear some of this.
Okay, so this is like a Time Out magazine, which is a popular magazine in Hong Kong. So I searched for it. There's like some habit that people have in Hong Kong, and one of them is joining queues even if you don't really know what they are for. So what happened is, if there's a shops and you see a lot of people lining up in front of the shop, for some reason, people who walk by also starting to line up, even though they don't know what it is for. Isn't that weird?
That is strange. Like, have you done that? Have you just lined up somewhere?
Have I done it? I would say yes, but I normally know what I'm standing for. For example, if I want to go out to have dinner, and I don't know which restaurant I want to go, right? So you walk by this restaurant, have a line, and then I will start to go line up as well. So I don't know what exactly the restaurant have, but if you see a line, I would just say, oh, okay, it must be good then. So I would just go line up.
What? Jackie, you could be lining up to just go like the line was for ice cream that cost $100 or whatever.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know until you get to the front.
Okay, let's pretend it is a line for ice cream. You get there and it's like $300 ice cream, 300 Hong Kong dollar ice cream. Like you didn't expect this. You just got in a damn line and now you gotta spend that much money.
It's more about the curiosity and you don't want to miss out. It's like a FOMO.
Oh, FOMO. I feel like the origins of FOMO was random lines.
Okay, and the next one is when we go to a Chinese restaurant, you normally get like fork and Chinese spoon and stuff like that, right? So when you sit down in a dim sum restaurant, let's say, right, they give you a pot of tea and a big bowl. As a foreigner, if you see tea, you thought, okay, it's for drinking. So what the tea actually for is you pour the tea into a bigger bowl, not like that big, but bigger bowl, and you wash your own teacup of chopsticks and spoon like that. You always rinse it before you use
Oh,
it. Everyone do that.
what?
Yeah.
Is it not clean?
Yeah, that's the question, right? That's the question everyone has. But the thing is, we don't trust the kitchen. No matter how clean it is, you always want to make sure your own utensil that you use is clean. So you don't trust anyone. You only trust yourself and you wash it by yourself.
But then what if the teapot is dirty?
We never questioned that actually. So so what happened is even though right now I'm in South Africa, when I go to restaurant, if I got some knife and fork, right, I normally open a pack of wet wipes and I normally wipe it on my wet wipes to make sure it's clean.
Oh, Jackie, you don't have to do that. We have some of the cleanest water in South Africa.
Another thing from the Time Out magazine they talk about is Hong Kong people being impatient as fuck. So they say Hong Kong people, everyone have places to go, people to see, and a million things to do. This is why the citizen walk really fast. Food usually served quickly, and people sometimes curse to the point of rudeness. And they said people speed walk and zigzag through the crowds. That is very true. Because I've done that. So I remember every morning, like the street is normally really full of people, right? Especially in the morning when everyone all going to work and stuff like that. And when I read this article, I was just like, oh my God, they are so right. I remember when I walked to the subway station, take a train to work. I remember during the journey to the subway station, I always walked really fast as well. I always zigzag. I would look at like, okay, there's a lot of people here. In my mind, I draw a map. I draw a line, say, okay, there's a gap. I need to walk to this gap in between people. And the next one, there's a gap on the right side. I need to shift to the right. And then the next one, I need to see where to go. So I always have a map in my mind, like, okay, I need to do this, and zigzag in between people.
Where are you going that you are in such a rush?
Work!
Oh my gosh.
You always feel like you're in a racing, like you need to be faster than anyone here. So you feel like you achieved something.
Are there never people like just strolling, chilling?
No,
Yeah.
no,
What?
no one chill. There's no chill in Hong Kong. I mean, luckily I'm tall, like we're considering is tall 6'6" or 6'1" considers tall. I remember my colleagues have shorter legs and she walked with me. And I was just walking like what I consider as a normal pace, but I normally go for really big step. And she was like running beside me.
Oh my god.
And she always tell me to slow down because she's short. In terms of walking to the street, it's always the competition. And another things about Hong Kong culture is you can always buy stuff at any time of the day or night.
Oh.
You can get food like 24 hours a day, no matter where you are. If you want a hot meal, like a proper restaurant, there's still restaurant open 24 hours a day, like a proper restaurant.
What?
Yeah. And for some reason, there's a lot of people there.
What? What they doing at that time?
Especially after clubbing or something when you were
Oh.
younger, you go to like at 4 o'clock in the morning, you go to a restaurant, order something proper like a hot meal and stuff like that. And yeah, you always get hot meal.
I mean, it- nightlife ends at 2 o'clock. Restaurants back then, you still get McDonald's, still get KFC 24/7. Now, not so much. Maybe there still are somewhere, but far and few.
That's the beauty of Hong Kong. Okay, the last thing about Hong Kong culture I want to say is you may not have a lot of elevator, not as popular as in Hong Kong because Hong Kong have a lot of tall buildings. We always take the elevator to go up and down, right? So when I live in Hong Kong, my parents' place, we live on 16th, 17th floor. You cannot really walk up there. And 16 to 11th floor is like, it's kind of like midway or not considered as the tallest you can get. You can go up to like 34 or 50th floor in a normal residential building. So we always take the elevator. The culture thing from time I'll say is Hong Kong people always jabbing the closing button furiously. So what it means is once you get into the elevator, you're always jabbing the closing button in the elevator. Hopefully no one at the same elevator space as you are in the same time.
Wow. I mean, shit. It's more likely that you're gonna hold the elevator open. You're gonna press the open button. Let more people in.
Nope. When we see someone coming in Hong Kong, we always jabbing the closing. Hopefully, before that person come in.
You monster! That is so unethical. Like, we think about doing that as a joke, but we'll only do it to our friends. We won't do it to random people that are trying to go up and down.
Yeah, I need to repeat to you what the article say earlier is everyone have places to go, people to see, and a million things to do.
No.
Welcome to Hong Kong culture.
All right, geez, Jackie. Let's move on to the entertainment news. Give me some celebrity gossip, buddy.
Well, we have different kind of gossip. We have some tech gossip to start with. YouTube announced a new feature called Hype. Hype is aimed to help a new YouTube channels to grow new audiences. If there's a video in less than 7 days with under 500,000 subscribers, audience or fans can hit the Hype button, which they said it is beyond liking and sharing. Audience can hit Hype 3 times per week for free, but YouTube is planning to allow audience to purchase additional Hype to unlock more hits. By hitting Hype, creator will get more points. The points will help them to make it onto a weekly leaderboard within your own country, which may lead to more new audience. If you are a new creator with fewer subscribers, you will get a small creator bonus for getting extra points for reaching to the weekly leaderboard. They are doing the Hype beta tests in countries like Turkey, Taiwan, and Brazil right now. Users have hit Hype for more than 5 million times across more than 50,000 channels. They haven't announced when this feature will go global yet, so we will see how it goes. Second news I want to talk about is Lionsgate is making a deal with a video-focused AI research firm called Runaway. Runaway will learn a new generative AI model on Lionsgate's contents, and it will use the tech for producing feature, film, and television projects. This new model will only be customized to Lionsgate's proprietary portfolio of film and television contents, and it is exclusive to them. This AI tech not only can help to speed up creation for images and video on text or image props, but also reduce costs for producing them, which some of the Hollywood unions are aware of the impact on jobs, especially on actors and musicians. Runaway frames itself as helping the creative community execute on their vision, but some people may not think that way, and maybe they think the AI is stealing their jobs. So it depends on which side are you on. The third news I want to talk about is Alexei's favorite game called The Sims. The Sims movie is moving to big screen. The Sims movie is in development. Margot Robbie will be the producer of the film, and Kate Herron will be the director. She also directed Loki. Originally, Netflix had a bigger bid for the film, but at the end they sided with Amazon MGM as they wished for a theatrical release rather than a strict to streaming. In a Sims game, you can create a simulation of humans. The character can go through childhood to adulthood. You can set their career path, marriage, parenting, and more in real life offering. Margot Robbie had previously produced Barbie. Even though she was in the Barbie, she may not be in the Sims movie. She's also set to produce the film adaptation of Monopoly, which is based on the popular Hasbro board game. So you can see how the trend is going in movie or film industry right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, games, movies is a trend. Okay, this week's biggest entertainment news or gossip is about Diddy. Sean Combs Diddy, as we know P. Diddy or Diddy, got arrested and taken into custody on Monday, September 16th. Originally, the Fed was scheduled the arrest on Tuesday, but something happened that caused the Fed to move in a day earlier for the arrest in New York. Homeland Security swapped into a Midtown hotel on Monday, where Diddy was staying at that time, and they arrested him on the spot. Diddy was taken to the federal building in Lower Manhattan that day. An indictment filed by Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, charged him for racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Diddy denies all charges and pleaded not guilty on all charges in Manhattan federal courtroom on Tuesday. The indictment alleged that Diddy and his associates lured female victims, often under the pretense of a romance relationship, then allegedly used false threats or force, coercion, and controlled substance such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHP to get women to be obedient and compliant to engage in sex acts with male prostitutes referred to as freak-off. The prosecutors said the freak-off occurred regularly from at least 2009 through this year, and that could last for days. According to the indictment, Diddy arranged, directed, masturbated during the act, and often recorded the process. According to Damien, Diddy would use the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-off as collateral against the victim. Adding that Diddy didn't get his way, he would hit, kick, throw objects at victims, and at times drag them by their hair. Diddy will also offer women career opportunities and pay them rent or car to keep them financially redundant to him and assure their participation in their freak-off. This also made the victim believe they couldn't refuse Diddy without risking their security or facing more abuse from him. During March this year, the authorities did a surprise search of Diddy's home in Miami's and Los Angeles home. Authorities found and seized narcotics, more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants from his home. They also discovered a large capacity drums magazine with 59 rounds in his LA home and 3 AR-15 rifles with serial number defaced in the closet of his Miami home. After the arrest on Monday, the judge initially denied a bail, then Sean Diddy Holmes proposed a $50 million deal for his release on bail until his trial begins. He offered his Miami Star Islands mansion, which worth $48 million, and his mother's Miami homes for remaining $2 million as collateral for the bail. He also offered to have his travel limited to Florida, New York, and New Jersey, and he's willing to wear a GPS monitor so the feds can track where he is. But the feds have already let the judge know they don't want Diddy to be released on bail, as they claim he posed a danger to society and is a flight risk. The latest update we have is Diddy have denied bail twice. He is placed on a suicide watch in Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center. We don't know if he's suicidal or how long he has been on suicidal watch. There will be another hearing for Diddy on Tuesday, September 24th at 10 a.m. And obviously, there are lots of celebrity involved in this. After Diddy got arrested, Usher deleted all his tweets on his Twitter account, and Pink also deleted all her tweets on her Twitter account on September 22nd. Both artists' representatives haven't responded if this is related to Diddy's arrest. So we will see, and we also know there's a lot of celebrity gonna involve in this case. And that's my entertainment report for the week. Next, I think, is Newcomers Corners. So, what's new in the game industry?
As of recording, next Thursday, which would be the 26th of September, Xbox P3 will host a special Xbox digital event at Tokyo Game Show with news and updates for fans. And the next Yakuza game has been announced. It is going to be set in Hawaii coming 2025. Title Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. And then to finish up, and new games coming October is Silent Hill 2, the remake on October 8th. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, October 11th. Metaphor ReFantasio, October 11th as well. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th, as per usual. And Dragon Age The Veilguard on October 31st, Halloween.
And I'm going to talk about what's new on TV and movies. There's a big announcement for SNL Season 50 guests and hosts revealed. SNL Season 50 will premiere September 28th. Gene Smart will be the host, and Jelly Roll will be the musical guest, followed by October 5th episode. We have Nate Bargatze will be the host with musical guest Coldplay. Ariana Grande will come back hosting second time on October 12th with musical guest Stevie Nicks, who returned for her first time on SNL performance since 1983. Michael Keaton will be hosting the October 19th episode with musical guest Billie Eilish. John Mulaney will come back hosting on November 2nd with Chappelle Roan as musical guest. I guess a lot of people watch the Emmys, right? Hex announced how it will pick up on season 4. If you watched the Emmy last week, you should know Hex was nominated for 16 Primetime Emmys and won 3 of them for Outstanding Writing for a Comedy Series, Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series, and Outstanding Comedy Series, which beats Abbott Elementary, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Only Murders in the Building, Palm Royale, Reservation Dogs, The Bear, and What We Do in the Shadows. Hex was nominated for Outstanding Comedy Series for all 3 of its season, but for losing us to Ted Lasso from Apple TV Plus for its first 2 seasons. If you have watched season 3, we get to know Deborah, starred by Jean Smart, finally got her own late night talk show, which she was trying to accomplish since the first episode. However, she made the sudden decision to put another person into the show head writer instead of her longtime writing partner Eva, starred by Hannah Binder. But what's shocking is Ava fired back by blackmailing Deborah, threatening to expose that she slept with TV executive Bob Lepka, starred by Tony Godwin, so Ava can get the head writing position. During the Emmy press room after the win, they teased us as season 4 will start picking up 20 minutes where season 3 ended. Production for Hex season 4 is expected to start later this month, and they are eyeing May 2025 release date. So it's a little bit wait time at the moment, but I'm looking forward for that. It's a really good show. Speaking of Abbott Elementary, Abbott Elementary previously got 4 wins in Television Credits Award, 3 wins in Emmy in 2022. In Golden Globes, they won Best Television Series, Musical, or Comedy. Creator and star Quinta Brunson won Best Actress in a Comedy Series, and Taylor James Williams won his supporting role. Season 4 is coming. 6 of the original series regular cast members, including creator Quentin Brunson, Taylor James Williams, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Janelle James, Lisa Ann Water, and Chris Perfetti have renegotiated their contracts with Warner Brothers Television, and they all secure a big raise on their paycheck. Quentin reportedly will get a $350,000 to $400,000 range per episode this coming season. Taylor James Williams will get a $250,000 per episode.
Holy.
Janet James, Lisa Ann Water, and Chris Perfetti will be making $200,000 per episode, according to Deadline. And William Stafford Davis, who played Mr. Johnson, will also get up to $100K an episode. Season 4 of Abbott Elementary will premiere October 9th on ABC. October 10th, you can watch it on Hulu. Netflix Geek Week was on Wednesday, September 18th, and there's a lot of announcement during the 2 hours event, and we're gonna summarize some highlights for you here. They released Arcane Season 2 clip. Arcane gonna release in 3 parts. Act 1 will release on November 9th. Remaining 2 acts will arrive on November 16th and November 23rd. Squid Game Season 2 released a new trailer during the event as well. The latest clip where you can see player 456 is coming back. Also, what we noticed was he was greeted by the leader of the game, because the leader wearing a black coat. We also see those greeters are inviting players even in public eyes like in the club during the trailer, so they don't just do it secretly anymore, apparently. Season 2 of Squid Game is coming back December 26th. Avatar Season 2 is officially in production as well. During the event, we also got to have an inside look at the behind the scenes of Stranger Things. We went into the prop room and the costume area so you can see the stuff. And besides Stranger Things, we also got behind the scenes to look at Wednesday and the Sandman Season 2 as well. So if you want to see those, go have a look in YouTube. One Piece released a teaser during the Geek Week, and we get to see a first look at Tony Chopper. They also announced two new characters for the show. One is Joe Maganato, gonna be Mr. Zero, and Mira Mabova will be Miss All Sunday. Magic the Gathering is in works on Netflix. It will be an animated series, and keep in mind this is a card game turned into an animated series. Um, a Restoration Hellbound Again Season 2 premiere on October 25th on Netflix. And if you haven't seen Don't Move, just released a trailer. It is about a lone woman trying to escape a killer in the forest of Big Sur. Before the woman escaped, the killer had given her a special relaxant, which she only got 20 minutes before her body go completely shut down. The movie will premiere October 25th. What other trailer came out this week? We have Anna Kendrick, Woman of the Hour, premiere October 18 on Netflix. Gremlins, the Wild Batch trailer came out. It is from executive producer Steven Spielberg and Tyce Chung, premiere October 3rd on Max. Small Things Like This trailer is out. It is Cillian Murphy's first movie role since Oppenheimer. Movie will premiere in theater on November 8th. Devil May Cry, an animated series from Capcom trailer, is out. Premieres on April 2025. My Hero Academia Your Next final trailer with English subtitle is out. You can see a villain of this movie is actually All Might. Movie will be in theater across the US and Canada with both English subtitle and dubbed formats on October 11th. And what's on right now is Grave of the Fireflies from 1988 is streaming on Netflix US. And on video on demand on Apple, Amazon, and Google, we have Afraid, Blink Twice, Omi Loop, which follow a quantum scientist and gifted student as they team up to unlock the mysteries of time travel. Starring Mary Louise Parker and Io Attenborough from The Bears are in it. On Netflix, we have Ellen DeGeneres for Your Approval, the final comedy special for her career. Monster, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, His Three Daughters, and the Garfield movie, the 2024 version, is also on Netflix. On Max, we have I Saw the TV Glow. On Amazon Prime Video, we have Killer Hits. And that's the final news I have.
Damn, Jacob, that's a lot.
I did a lot of research.
Let's talk about some gaming news, right?
Yeah.
Vince Zampella confirms next Battlefield will use modern settings. There's gonna be like 64 player maps. Classes return, but specialists won't be coming back. They say Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 era are considered the peak of Battlefield. They have a core player base, and the player base knows what they want. So they will be launching a community program next year. Sims 5 is not a thing that will be in the works anytime soon.
Oh,
Main reason is Sims 4 still has decades worth of gameplay, and they still have many new things planned for Sims 4. This includes new projects, Renee, My Sims, the Sims Project Stories, uh, and all of them are going to connect through the Sims Hub. And from Sony, they will be streaming a new State of Play presentation this week. It should be on the 24th of September, or it should have already happened by the time this this episode's come out. City Skylines 2 DLC has been delayed once again. Developer Colossal Order has confirmed. So that's unfortunate for City Skies, but it is what it is at this point. Nintendo with Pokemon Company have filed a patent infringement lawsuit in Tokyo District Court against Pocket Pair Inc., which is Pal World's developers. This lawsuit seeks an injunction against the infringement and compensation for damages on the grounds that Pal World, a game developed and released by the defendant, infringes multiple patent rights. Nintendo will continue to take necessary actions against any infringements of its intellectual property rights, including the Nintendo brand itself. To protect the intellectual properties it has worked hard to establish over years. Let's talk about one of my all-time favorite games that is getting a fourth installment in the main series, Kingdom Hearts 4. We got some new details. The story is gonna be considered a reset for the series. So if you haven't played 1, 2, 3, 2.8, 1.5, any of the DS games, this is a brand new reset. So you're going to learn about Sora all over again and kind of get a reintroduction into the universe. They are making it with the intention of getting new players into the series. So I do think that's gonna be a good jump in point for you to dodge like 10 games.
Yeah.
So in that trailer that you mentioned, world that Sora, the main character, falls into, it's Quadratum. It's not exactly Tokyo. It's not a one-for-one real life Tokyo, but it is very detached from like the Disney worlds that we're very used to in it. So I guess it's a new horizon for Kingdom Hearts. Talking about some PlayStation stuff, PlayStation announces the 30th anniversary collection. This features the retro editions of the DualSense, the PS5, PS5 Pro, and PS Portal. They're also going to be bringing the Silent Hill 2 remake to the PS5 console exclusively for 1 year. And just to really finish off the gaming news, we have the entire full roster of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Um, this is about 182 characters before the DLCs start coming out, and I just want to run through them. Just
Yes.
this is gonna
Ye-
take a minute, but consider this the main topic of gaming for me. So you've got early Dragon Ball Z Goku. You've got mid Dragon Ball Z Goku with Kaioken. You've got mid Dragon Ball Z Goku with Super Saiyan. You've got end Dragon Ball Z Goku.
One moment later. I want to ask, what's so attractive about this game?
That you have over 100 characters from this series that's been going on forever. They're all basically going to be fighting almost on equal footing, or at least not. But the way they put together is that you customize your character, and each
Hmm.
move kind of like sequences a different movie, and you can customize that movie, how your character's face looks. You can customize the appearance of Goku and all the different characters. There are like 8 main characters that have full stories that you can go through. Some stories are shorter, like Jiren, who you just play through the Tournament of Power as him whooping ass. And then you get Goku, who, starts at Raditz. So, like, that's probably the longest.
Yeah, because I want to ask you about the gameplay. Like, how's the gameplay in the game is like?
So it's not like 2D arcade fighter like Dragon Ball Fighters was. It's a 3D, you're flying around, you create auras, you activate your key blasts and key bombs and kamehamehas, and you've got melee attacks, and it's, I guess, supposed to be a very fast-paced, very flashy, sparking zero battle.
The graphics and animation series is very sharp. It's very bright as well. And the gameplay, they have a lot of explosion and flying around, and the place looks phenomenal. It's kind of it's a stage, but it's a big stage, right? It's not like an open world. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't think it's open world. I think there are different stages. You have your episode mode where you can play through different episodes and you can customize the episodes so that they are different. People have different transformations or whatever, different
Mm,
characters that they're playing it out.
mm.
So, kind of like your own version of you can mess around with that episode of Goku fighting that guy. Now he can have Super Saiyan, or it can be Piccolo, or anything.
That's cool. So do you need to pay extra for getting a new characters in the game?
Eventually you will. All of these characters I think are unlockable.
Okay.
But there are going to be DLC characters. If you did pre-order, then like six of these characters, the Gogeta line and the Broly line, are going to be early access, like early unlocks.
Okay.
And then with the first season pass, they said there's going to be Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. And there's going to be at least three DLCs for the foreseeable future.
What kind of features do they have in the game? Do they have like online features you can play with other people, or you just play with
Yeah,
computer?
yeah. As I was gonna say, outside of the episodes, you have the free battle, online battles. I don't know how the balancing is gonna work, if there's gonna be like bans or whatever. Because some of these characters, like Wiz, I think you can't actually hit him, or he has like an infinite dodge, like it doesn't take ki or something.
Whoa,
So
really?
yeah, some of this is crazy. Yeah, yeah, these characters are like really insane.
It sounds like a massive game.
Yeah, it does sound like a massive game. We'll see when it comes out, but I think like they've definitely spent a lot of time on this game and they've improved with each trailer, and we'll see. Hit you with the music, Jackie.
Music news. Music news. This week music news. First we got there's a lawsuit claiming Miley Cyrus Flowers copied Bruno Mars song When I Was Your Man. Temple Music Investment filed a complaint on Monday, September 16th by claiming Flowers duplicate numerous melodic, harmonic, and lyrical elements of Bruno Mars' song from 2013. Bruno Mars is not a party in the lawsuit, but the lawsuit also accused streaming services, including Apple and Amazon, and retailers, including Target and Walmart, of infringing Temple Music copyrights by distributing Miley Cyrus' song.
That's ridiculous.
Sabrina Carpenter teases new collab. On Wednesday, September 18th, Sabrina Carpenter posted a TikTok video with Christina Aguilera. The video is a voiceover with an audio clip from an episode of The Kardashians. The voiceover basically saying they're obsessed to each other. And at the background, you can see there's a band behind them. So fans are guessing they are actually recording a new song together. So we will see. Kesha posted a new TikTok on Thursday, September 19th, the next day after Sabrina Carpenter's post. Remember that song TikTok before TikTok came out?
On the clock, digital must because up tonight. I'm a play this is sunlight.
Yeah, that's the one. And because of the, Diddy's lawsuit and stuff going on, she changed it to the lyrics to wake up in the morning like fuck Pete Diddy. That's the lyrics they changed.
Oh, I see, I see.
Nelly Furtado has released her new albums named Seven. This is her first album released since 2017, so it's quite a while, yeah. New music came out this week. We got Glorilla Holland, Ava Max, Spot a Fake, Gwen Stefani, Somebody Else, Jordan Ward and Johnny Jealousy, Slater No Comma, Katy Perry and Kim Petras Gorgeous, Distract Strip Appeal, Mud Baby Rule Mospit, and Nelly Furtado Honestly. And new albums come out this week. We got Katy Perry 143, Jamie XX in Waves, Keith Urban High, and Cher Forever Fan Edition. And that's the music news for this week.
Oh, thanks, Jackie. I've only got a few events to talk about. So, from the 20th to the 22nd of September, there was TwitchCon, which was held at San Diego Convention Center in the United States, of them Americas. There was also the Latin X Games Festival, which was at the Museum of Latin American Art, Long Beach, I think California, also the United States. As for local South African weekly tournaments, you can always check out medalstate.com and ACGL for tournaments regarding games such as Call of Duty Mobile, EAFC, Fortnite, Clash of Clans, all those kinds of stuff that we generally pick up and play all the time.
Next, we're gonna rapid fire. We're gonna talk about discount, DLC, subscription, and yeah, what's free. So let's go.
Alright, starting off with discounts from Games Planet, Bandai Namco Publisher Sale. From Game Billet, there's Hatsune Miku Project Diva Mega Mix Plus from their Steam for $14.02. From Fanatical, you have Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons with one more game is $14.99 on a Fanatical Build, your own prestige collection bundle. Add more games to save more. From Humble, we have Pistol Whip Steam VR with 7 or more games is $15 on Humble's Rhythm Bundle. From Green Man Gaming, Triangle Strategy is $19.68 from Steam. And then on Steam Direct, you get Chrono Trigger as $7.49, and Sakuna of Rice and Ruins is $14.99. And on PlayStation, The Legend of Heroes Trials of Cold Steel 2 is $19.99. And Date a Live Rio Reincarnation for the PS4 is $5.99. And on Nintendo eShop, we get Atari 50, the Anniversary Celebration. That is $23.99 on the US eShop specifically. Kingdom Hearts sale via the eShop. You have Nier Automata, the End of Yora edition, which is $19.99. Final Fantasy franchise sale, 7 is $6.39. 8 remastered is $7.99. 9 is $8.39. X and X2 HD remastered is $19.99. 12 The Zodiac Age is $19.99. Then we also have Saga Emerald Beyond is $34.99 on the US eShop. And Gal Guardians Demon Purge is $13.74. You can also get the Hobbit hardcover illustration edition with slipcover is 50% off, so just $20 on Amazon.
As for free games, you can get Pairs and Perils on Steam. On DLC and subscription, we got Super NES Switch Library have the updates, and they're gonna push 4 new games out for the membership. The first game they have is Dragon Double. They have Big Run, Cosmo Game The Puzzles, and there's a Dodgeball from River City series. So if you have the membership, you can go play those games. Activision has released a patch notes for Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone Season 6 update, so you can get the updates right now. And for Fall Guys, they got 2 new skins coming out. Banana and Droopy-eared Banana are in the Fall Guys store. And the last one we have is Perwell just got a version 0.3.7 Xbox update, which is a bug fix update for Xbox. And that's the rapid fire for this week.
Alright, nice.
Want to say final thoughts? I'm currently playing a new game for the Nintendo Switch. It's called Doraemon Dorayaki Shop Story. It's a kind of like set up your own shop within the game, and you can organize where the tables goes, where the sweet counter goes, movie theater. Basically, it's setting up your own store in the game, so it's very, very nice to play. Relaxing game. So if anyone want to try, you can try the game. And the last thing I want to say is, if you cannot do the time, don't do the crime.
Yeah, and if you're crossing the street, check both ways. Stick with the crowd. Don't go to second locations with nobody. Don't take sweets from strangers, especially hard sweets. You know you'll choke. Don't swim in the deep end. You know you're not a strong swimmer. And thank you very much to everyone in Singapore, America, Wisconsin. Anyone who listens to us, we very much appreciate all the time and energy that you put towards us. It's far more than I do putting into this.
And I want to say thank you for listener from Colombia as well, and I forgot to say it last time. So there you go. What you gonna do now?
I'm gonna go switch on the fridge. Bye.
Bye. See you guys next week.
Every time's gonna make me what you want. Burning time's gonna make me what. Every time's gonna make me what you wanna. Oh. Every time's gonna make me what you wanna. Cutting down's gonna make me what. Every time's gonna make me what you wanna. Oh.